Good morning, everybody. Reed here. It's Halloween on 2023. If you're watching this in the future, some sheep in the background. A little let's say pseudo-emergency here, not related to anything on the farm scale, but personal. Not in my world either, so no worries about that. And if you know me, you know I'm celebrating a birthday. Halfway to 90, which feels kind of incredible. And thanks for all the birthday well wishes from those of you who have sent those out already or later today as they come. It's really such a joy to share this life with you all. That's how I'm choosing to celebrate this year, which will be on the 17th of November, as I do a listening party and a live music lab and a bit of an art exhibition to share some of my joys with those of you who will be able to be present with that. More information on that coming out in the near future, but that's that. And if you want to listen to any of the music right now, before that album comes out on the 17th, you can go to my Bandcamp page at bendingbreeds.bandcamp.com. And the thing I like about birthdays is it's way better than the alternative. What's the alternative? It's death. That's right, that's a male sheep right there. A young ram. And I'll save you the extreme close-up. But he was trying to do the job of furthering his species, and the ewe decided she didn't want nothing to do with it. So she took him out. I was like, wow, that's incredible. I kind of like the animal kingdom, even when it's brutal. But that's life, we don't always get another day. So definitely make the most of your days, everybody. And whether it's telling the people around you that you love, that you care about them, or doing some of the things that you love to do. Oh good, the sun's coming out because there's a serious hard frost here last night. And we get one good go of it all, basically. Even if you believe in reincarnation and all that, it's still this round. That's it. With that, I'm listening to a book called An Immense World. I believe the author is Ed Yong. And in it, they go into the senses, which is something I love. In particular, they get into the animal kingdom, maybe even some of the reptiles for that matter. And they talk about the umwelt, which I guess is a German word if I'm recalling the story correctly. I'm listening to it because that's how my life works right now. I don't have too much time to read. And this is actually like, can you really put yourself into the perspective experience of a bird or a bat or an elephant? Do you really know why they're doing any of the things that they're doing? Can you really perceive of the world exactly as they do and understand all their reason sets for doing things? The answer is, of course, no. And this book has a bunch of different science, fun jargon in it, and that ends up relating to, scientists trying to figure that stuff out, and often acknowledging we don't know. As I was chatting with my wife the other day, there's lots of different talks of privilege or different people's life experience and the impossibilities of knowing what anyone else's experience is like. And I was like, you know what? That just kind of demonstrates that there's an umwelt to every person's experience. And that's actually really challenging to be let into that world. Mind you, I think that's part of the joy of, biographies and autobiographies more expressly, and sharing the different stories of our lives to attempt to better understand that wide magnus opus of human existence, and to have empathy for all these other ways that we can be. That's part of why this year, to celebrate myself, I'm releasing this album of music and showing these paintings that I've been working on this year. Because those aspects of self are insights into me, or the spirit that lives as me. That knowledge set of, I'm much more than this physical body. And with that, it's been fun listening back to this album that's been created, and a couple more masters are coming in from Blue Cat Records. And every time I listen to it, I feel like I'm going into an altered state. And just the fun / humor of recognizing, I contain multitudes. And the notion that most of us do. And the question is, do you give time and space to bring that forward? And realizing how much joy and even sorrow and any number of other emotions that come forward in that space. And the idea of the more that I breathe into those aspects of myself, the wider, deeper, higher, basically like take all the directions and toss them in on that. And let's add a couple in there to make it a multi-dimensional experience. All that grows. And that's the joy of listening to this book, An Immense World, is widening my own perspective. That even though we technically don't have sensors in ourself to pick up the electrical world and beings that we are, there's definitely other creatures that do have those, and lots of them, and maybe we will discover that in ourselves. Similarly with we've yet to locate the magnetic sensor that so many creatures have to navigate their astounding migrations that they do. But we're still learning so much. We have not finished discovering all that there is to discover about life. And to be open to updating that, to widening, to deepen our presence in perspective, in awareness. That's one of my personal great joys. And so, on this day, I wish for you that you continue your own evolution of being and develop yourself to your maximal potential. With that, thanks for watching these videos. Thanks for subscribing to the YouTube and to following me on Bandcamp. Remember, have too much fun.